Hey, welcome. We've all felt it, right? That knot in your stomach, that pressure that just seems to tighten its grip on you. It's anxiety. And today we're going to explore some really powerful ancient wisdom that offers a practical way to walk through it. Our source material kicks off with this metaphor, and wow, does it hit home. Anxiety really can feel just like that. Peace is right there. It's like the surface of the water, but all the pressure around you makes it feel totally out of reach. It's this suffocating, overwhelming feeling. So the big question is, how do we find a way to finally come up for air?
For this journey, our roadmap is going to come from two incredible places in the Bible. First, we're diving into the Psalms, this book of raw, emotional, honest-to-God poetry. And then, we're looking at a super practical letter from the Apostle Paul to his friends in a town called Philippi. Together, they give us this amazing 1-2 punch for facing our fears head-on.
So, where do we start? Well, before we can even think about finding peace, we have to get real about our pain. And the book of Psalms, it gives us the perfect model for that. It's basically a collection of unfiltered, brutally honest conversations with God. This is so important. The very first step isn't to put on a brave face or pretend that everything's fine when it's not. It's the total opposite. The writers of the Psalms show us that true connection, real relief, it starts when we just tell God exactly what's going on, no matter how messy it feels. Okay, listen to the wording here from Psalm 56, verse 3. This is incredible. The writer doesn't say, if I am afraid. He says, when I am afraid. That is a game changer. It totally normalizes fear. It says, hey, being afraid is part of being human. It's not a sign you're failing. It's just a cue to make a choice, to turn towards trust. And here in Psalm 94, we see this practice of what's called lament. It sounds heavy, but it's really simple. The idea is that by naming our specific worries, the many cares in our heart, we drag them out into the light. We get to define them instead of letting them define us. And it's right there, in that moment of honesty, that there's suddenly room for comfort to actually get in. All right, so we've been honest, we've laid it all out there. What's next? This is where we pivot. We move from just expressing the emotion to a really practical, hands-on strategy for our minds. And this comes straight from Paul's letter to the Philippians. This one verse, Philippians 4:6, it's like an entire toolkit. It starts with a clear command, don't be anxious, but it doesn't just leave us hanging. It immediately gives us this 3-part rhythm to replace the anxiety with something better. This isn't just a nice idea, it's a recipe. So let's break that recipe down. Step 1 is prayer. That's just about opening the line of communication, just connecting in a general way. Step 2 is supplication. This is where we get specific, just like in the Psalms. We're actually invited to ask for exactly what we need. And then step 3, thanksgiving. This is the secret weapon. This is where we make an intentional shift in our focus. And this is the heart of that third step. Think about it. Anxiety lives in the future. It thrives in that scary world of what if. But gratitude, or thanksgiving, it does the opposite. It pulls us right back into the present moment, into the reality of what is. Our source material calls gratitude the natural enemy of anxiety, because it is literally impossible to be truly thankful and totally consumed by fear in the exact same breath. So what happens when we actually practice this rhythm, this honest prayer, this specific asking, this intentional thanksgiving? Well, the very next verse in Philippians gives us this incredible promise. And that brings us to our third section, the guard at the gate. Now, this is a really important distinction to make. The promise isn't that your problems are all going to magically vanish. The promise is about an internal change. It's a peace that can hold steady even if the storm is still blowing outside. It completely changes your experience of the problem. And this is where it gets really, really cool. The original Greek word that Paul used for guard in that verse is phroureo. Now, this was not some soft, gentle word. This was a heavy-duty military term. It literally meant to station a garrison of soldiers, a whole platoon, to protect a city from being invaded. So get this mental image. When you go through that 3-step rhythm and hand over your worries, God stations his peace at the front door of your heart and your mind. It acts like an active, alert sentry, standing guard to keep panic and runaway fear from breaking in. This isn't a fragile peace, it's a protective force. So this is all great in theory, but how do we make it real? Well, the final step is to put it into practice. Like right now, tonight. Here is a super simple 3-part exercise you can do, based on everything we've just talked about. First, identify.
Name that one big thing that's keeping you up at night. Then, pivot. Intentionally find 3 things you can be grateful for, no matter how small they seem. And finally, dwell. On purpose, fix your thoughts on what's good and true, not on all the what ifs. So we're going to end with this question. For you, this is a challenge. To go from just knowing this stuff to actually living it. What is that one specific care that you are going to name, hand over, and then protect with gratitude tonight? That first step toward real peace, it's just waiting for you to take it.
Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe for more timeless truths. And don't forget to read your Bible daily.